Hi everybody, welcome back to day 2 of 30 hearts a day for 30 days tag flip. So today we're going to be creating a heart from a pre-made cut heart. These I believe came from Michaels. We're going to be using some scrap paper, stickers, and rickrack. So let's get started. For this project, I'm going to actually flip this upside down and we are going to just tear away at our scrap paper. We're just going to make them into strips and we're going to kind of layer them to make our background piece. This will give it dimension, texture, and color. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of those edges that are straight off, and then we do have to make a couple for the edges at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to use my wrinkle-free Scotch glue. That is my favorite glue that I like to use. And you can either glue it on the actual heart itself or the pieces. We are actually going to just kind of glue those strips on there just as you see. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and cut the heart out afterwards. This will make it easy and quick. You could use any paper that you want to do. You could even use napkins, tissue paper, any type of colors, textures, anything like that would be fine. I'm going to go ahead and put my little end pieces at the top. So I am going to try to layer some color on there on my paper because some of this white is showing. And then I'll do it to the other side. And then for the tail end, you could use either one of the corners from the strip paper, or I just used a pink strip that I had left over from our first heart that we made. And then I think a cute little vintage photo would actually be cute on this, but I'm going to do stickers. So now, I'm sorry I'm out of frame, but I am going to cut all of those scraps out. So I'm just going to cut the heart out the way it is. And another easy thing you could do is if you are doing this tag flip challenge with me, you can actually just buy pre-made hearts like this and make them all the same size. I'm actually going to do mine all different and dimensional. So that gives it a really cute look, but we are not done. I got these dog stickers from Dollar General. If you know, you know. And I'm going to use just a couple of these to embellish our heart. I have a Chiweenie, so this little sticker reminds me so much of her. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of scatter them around. And then these, I believe I got at Dollar Tree. These are like little beads. They remind me of those candies that we used to eat back in the day. So all different colors. It matches with the pastel in the scrap paper. And I'm just going to put them all around. And then my final stickers that I'm going to be putting on here are some conversation hearts. So these actually have, some of these in this pack are a little bit more dimensional than the others. So I put one of each on. And these just kind of gives it the Valentine look. I was deciding which one I wanted here. If you made it through this far in the video, please go ahead, like and follow so you can see the rest of our hearts in this series and the final tag flip. So now I'm going to go ahead and put some distress ink on the sides. I put it all the way around the edges of the heart because this gives it a more finished look and it adds some of that purple lavender color that's in that paper. And once I have it all the way around, we are going to add one more element to this just to give it a little bit more texture and just a little bit of fun flair, and that is a piece of rickrack. So I'm just using the pink to kind of go with the ribbon on the dog, and I'm just going to put a little piece on the side just to give it a little bit more character, just a little fun flair, and I'm going to use my fabric tack to adhere that on. Fabric tack is sort of expensive, so you want to make sure that you use this very quickly. It does dry very quickly, and you always want to make sure you cap it as soon as you're done using it. And I'm just going to go ahead and let that dry. And here is our final heart. It is adorable. Now we're going to go ahead and put a hole punch through it. I'm just using my Crop-A-Dile and I'm using the hole punch on it, but you could use whatever hole punch you want. And I am actually hole punching my hearts in different places. That way when it hangs on my tag flip, it's going to hang in different ways and just make it more interesting. Now I'm using binder rings in most of my projects, but for this project I wanted to show you how easy this can be and anybody can do it. I'm just using a shower curtain ring to hold my tag together on this one. These are actually pretty interesting looking, and I'm gonna see how many I can put on here. These are actually pretty easy to do, and I challenge you to do that with a family member, friend, or kiddo. And there it is. There's our 2 tag flips so far. So this was day 2. Again, make sure you like and follow for more Heart of the Days. Thanks for watching.